Trying to get your video noticed in 2016 is becoming increasingly difficult, with over 300 million hours of video uploaded every single minute. It's becoming quite hard to get your videos noticed, let alone gain an audience. Now, over 10 years of doing YouTube, I've gained over 26 million views and nearly 100,000 subscribers on loads of different channels. And over those 10 years, I've learned quite a lot of different things, little tips and tricks that I've noticed that we can do with the featured options that are given to us, as well as some of YouTube's algorithms and patterns. And in this video, I'm going to give you 10 simple actions that you can use today that can help you improve your YouTube channel dramatically. So the first one is subtitles. Now that's kind of a weird one to start off. You may be thinking, well, why subtitles? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that too, in fact. By giving your videos these correct subtitles, it means that deaf people are now going to actually be able to enjoy your videos. They're going to get entertainment, they're going to get value, and if your videos are pretty good, then they're going to subscribe because they know that every single time you're going to be providing them with real subtitles, which is going to help increase your views, and it's also going to mean that you're going to get more subscribers, which in turn will mean that your videos will get pushed higher in search, as well as in sort of like the recommended videos and all that sort of stuff. The second point is kind of along that same wavelength, in that if YouTube knows that you have the real subtitles within your videos, it will actually help boost your video in search as well as in rankings for sort of like recommended videos. And that's because they know that those are real subtitles, and that content is worth more than the videos that don't have subtitles and are randomly generated by YouTube, which, as I previously said, are terrible. So that's step one of a very simple action that you can implement today. The second one is by enabling featured videos and optimized timing. You can do that by clicking the little checkbox here within your Creator Studio. This is a very practical way to increase the chance of a viewer watching a secondary video when abandoning the first. So optimized timing is actually going to put up a little title card in one of these two corners, I'm not sure which one, and that is actually going to pop up at, say, 4 minutes 8 seconds. So it will appear 10, 15 seconds, maybe even 20 seconds before people usually click off the video. And this is a way of YouTube trying to get those people to cling onto your YouTube channel and click onto the next video, rather than clicking away and going to someone else's channel. As I said, if you go into an old video now, you can put up extra annotations, or you can put up your own little title cards that you think are relevant around that retention time when people are dropping off. I just think it's a little way of trying to keep some people on your YouTube channel, and if they do click onto that second video and they like it, they might subscribe, and that means you've then got yourselves a second subscriber. Number 3 is thumbnails. It's like stunning to me how many popular YouTubers still let YouTube just randomly pick a thumbnail for their video. I think they generate 3, possibly 4 thumbnails from your video that will take a single frame, and that's the default. That's what it is, unless you as the creator go in and change it. Now there are 2 things that I would say that can help people click onto your video more, and that's going to help you get more views and improve your YouTube channel. And the first is to go in and just pick a frame that actually looks good, because most of the time YouTube will just take that frame of when you're like moving and it's just blur, or it's off the ground, or something that's not like, if you went to Paris, for example, and did a vlog in Paris, rather than having the Eiffel Tower, you might just have a table, or just, I don't know, it's something stupid, because that's what YouTube tends to do when it auto-generates thumbnails. So it's better to go into your video, find that like Eiffel Tower, whatever it may be, and put that as your thumbnail, because that's going to make people click more. Now the second thing is you can obviously go a step beyond that and actually add in text, or add in other photos or little graphics, just anything to make your thumbnail look a lot more pleasing. For example, look at these bunch of thumbnails here. I think all of these are very different in their own regard, but they're all very aesthetically pleasing. It makes me want to click onto the video. Compared to these, which is what YouTube auto-generates, I mean, which out of these 2 do you want to click on? I know which one I want to click on. And for example, this video right here, would you rather click on this, or would you rather click on this? I know which one I'd click on again. I think if you can do that for every single video that you can, or at least pick a frame that looks good, then you're going to be getting more people watching your videos. Number 4 is to install a Chrome and Firefox extension called vidIQ. Now vidIQ has a bunch of different features that can help you. It's free. There is a pro version. I always use the free because I think it's great as it is for what I use it for. And that is to be able to see other videos and other channels which tags they're using on their videos. Now, why is that kind of useful to you as a video creator? Well, a few years back, the tags used to be in the description of all YouTube videos, and people used to just copy and paste all those tags into their own, and that video would get placed next to the video that they've just stolen those tags from. Now, YouTube removed tags from description, and there's no way of seeing what that person's using for tags. However, vidIQ lets you see those tags that that rival video or rival channel may be using. Now, I've done this quite a few times over on my gaming channel to see which videos that may have like 1 million views. What is like the tags? What are they using that is allowing them to get those views? Now, over the years, I've done this and I'll look at these tags and occasionally I'll go, wow, I would never have thought of using that tag. You know, it's just a great way of seeing tags here and there that you never would have thought of or come up with that can help your video get a little couple more views here and there. Now, I must point out that you shouldn't just copy and paste all of these tags. That doesn't necessarily mean that your video is going to be placed next to theirs. However, I would say it does have a decent chance. Now, how I've always used this tagging system is to take a video here and a video there and take a couple of tags here and a couple of tags there, and then add my own, mix it up into this one pot, and you've got your own original tag box that's going to allow you to stand out. Because if you take everyone's sort of tags from that one video, other people might have done that, and you're also going to be pushed lower down the search rankings because that video that has loads of views is going to be higher than yours. So, you know, you kind of have to use it in a smart way. Don't just use it to rip off other people, because I don't think that will help you in the long run at all. But I do think it's kind of an interesting thing to keep in mind when uploading your video. The next tip is just a very quick one. Go into your Creator Studio and make sure that you have default set for those tags that you're always going to be using. Or if you've got a title that you usually use, you know, if you have like a show, just input that. It's going to save you a bunch of time. I use this primarily for my description, so I can have all of my social media links like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that jazz, my own website. Rather than me having to go and get all those links and copy and pasting and, you know, all that stuff, I can just have it set up in the defaults and I don't have to worry about it, and I can just write the description that's relevant to that video and then click submit, upload, done. Tip number 6 is to use playlists. Now, what you should be doing is making sure that your video goes into as many playlists as possible. You really want to break down your content into these different categories, into these different playlists, because it means that when you share a video on a specific topic, or, you know, if it's in part of a show, people will be watching those rather than it just being in a general one. Now, that's not exactly the tip, because that's kind of obvious. The tip is this: when you are sharing that new video to Facebook or Twitter or to a forum that's relevant to your topic or on Reddit, make sure that when you are sharing that link that it comes from the playlist. Now, the reason that I do this is because if you use a standard link not in a playlist, it means that once that video's ended, it's going to autoplay, as YouTube usually does. However, there is the chance that it's going to autoplay onto someone else's video for a different channel, which you don't want. You want to keep them on your channel. So by putting the video into a playlist and sharing that link, it means that the video is obviously going to then autoplay onto a video that's relevant within that playlist, within that category. You can tell if you're using a playlist link by looking at the link right here. This one is different to this one, as you can clearly see that it has the word playlist and has a bunch of different characters and numbers. So make sure that you're using that and it's set to autoplay. This again is just another way of getting more viewers, and then in turn it might mean that they like your content and subscribe. It's all about keeping people on your channel and watching as much as possible. That's how YouTube's made, and you don't want them clicking away to someone else's video. If you employ all of these tips together, and if you come up with your own, please put them in the comment section below. That's kind of what you want to do, is you want to keep everyone in your community, engaging with other commenters and with yourself. You want to create that relationship, and I think that's where a lot of people struggle with YouTube in 2016, is that people click. If they don't sort of get that content straight away, they click away. So by keeping them in your YouTube channel bubble, it's going to allow you more opportunity to convert them into a subscriber and a loyal viewer, hopefully. Now, I've been saying 2016 a lot in this video, but these tips are going to work in 2017, 2018, 2019 and onwards. And for the next one, I think even more so. A trend that we're seeing is that video is becoming sort of like the best medium for distributing content, for getting your ideas out there over photographs and text, like blogging, you know, that sort of thing. So a way in which we can distribute our content and make sure people are watching is to create 15 to 45 second snippets of your video. Post these to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and people I would say are a lot more accustomed to watching that short little clip rather than committing to say an 8, 9, 10 or maybe even longer minute video. And by doing that, it's going to hook them, and if that video ends on a really punchy bit where they want to know more, they're going to click through to the video and they're going to watch. It's better than just submitting the link and that thumbnail. You know, look, as previously discussed, that's what you want. But if you have something that engages with them straight away, that's the best thing. That's better than a thumbnail. Now, I'm a person watcher, people watcher, whatever you want to call it. When I'm on the tube, or if I'm in university and there's someone on their phone, or I'm on a train, what I will do is I will watch people and see how they interact with their phone and their social media timelines. And what I've noticed is that people don't click onto the videos, they don't hear the audio. And what I've noticed is that big sort of companies like BuzzFeed will use graphic subtitles imposed onto that video, and it means that people can, you know, keep looking at their phone and be getting that value from that piece of content without actually clicking onto it and hearing it. So for example, this is the kind of thing that people don't tend to click onto videos in subways or on the tube or on a train because it's noisy and it disrupts other people. So by doing that, it means that they can carry on enjoying that video, and they might save that link for later, or subscribe, or somehow put their headphones in. It might make them put their headphones in and listen. And that's also very useful to you, and it means people are going to watch that content. And then those 15 to 45 seconds, once again, might lead to them clicking onto the real video and watching your videos. The next tip is to reply to every single comment that you get forever, until you're too big that you can't keep up with it. But now, whilst you're small or medium, or even if you're a large YouTuber, try and reply to as many comments as possible. For example, if you go and comment on this video, I will 100% reply to it. I think that this is a great way of, interacting with your community. It helps build a community. If a subscriber knows that every single time that they comment, they're going to get a response, they're going to do it in future. And it just means that YouTube is going to rank your video higher because it sees that people are interacting with your video. And it also means that you kind of help to create that relationship with your subscribers. And I think that's nothing but positive things are going to come out of that. And I just think it's so worth it. Do it, test it out right now. Comment down below what you think of this video if you have any of your own tips, and I'll reply to them. Tip number 9 is to make sure that you spend more time creating content from your main video to go on social media platforms, and also make sure that you spend more time distributing and putting your video out there than it took to make it. So say if it took an hour, 2 hours to make a video, you should then spend 4 hours distributing it, if not longer. Now, I know that seems kind of like, well, why? I just send out the link. Well, obviously that's the more time you put into, getting it out there, the more views you're gonna get, the more of a community you're gonna create, the more subscribers, the more views. It's all positive things. You're making this video, your YouTube channel is made so people will watch it. So why aren't you putting that content out as much as you can? You need to push that content and make sure people view it. There's no point in making a video and going and put it on YouTube and just leaving it and letting it sit there, or posting that one tweet or posting that one Facebook link one time and that's it. That's a terrible, terrible thing to do. And I think that you should just absolutely push that video, spend more time distributing than the time of creation. I think it baffles me how people will post one link and that's it. you want people to view your content, so make sure people view it. This is just one way of making sure people view it, and you're an idiot if you don't do so. Just go and do it. Also, with that, make sure that you're using point number 6, which was to make sure that your video gets put in the playlist. Make sure when you're distributing that it helps, once again, keep everyone in that YouTube channel bubble of yours. And finally, number 10, which is to put hashtags in your titles. Now, this kind of seems a bit of a weird thing, but there's 2 reasons why this can actually help your YouTube channel. The first is that when people like videos and they have their Twitter account linked to their YouTube channel, I'm sure you've seen it before, they will tweet something automatically that says, I like their video by, say, Jamie Whiffen. The video will then be posted with a link, the title, and that obviously gets shown to all of their followers. But if you put a hashtag in your title, it means that that video and that tweet is then going to be incorporated with that hashtag. So for example, say you made a video about the new Spider-Man movie that's going to come out and you had the hashtag Spider-Man Homecoming or whatever it's called. Once someone likes that video and it gets put on Twitter, that tweet as well as your video is going to then be seen next to all of these other tweets that are about Spider-Man. So obviously people who are looking at that hashtag are going to see your video amongst all of that, and there's a high chance that they'll click it. So basically you're using your viewers as another way of distributing your video content, and that's kind of why it's cool to use hashtags within your titles. And the second reason is that YouTube actually allows you to have hashtags in search. So you could search for different hashtags and your video will be incorporated there. But I think point 1 of that is actually much more beneficial. So those are my 10 tips that I think are pretty simple that you can implement today on previous videos and future videos that I think are really going to help bring your YouTube up to the next level. Let me know what you think. Be sure to write a comment down below. I'll respond. I want to hear what you guys think. What are some little ones that people might not actually know about? And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. And if you like creativity and filmmaking and photography and social media and YouTube and all that kind of fun stuff, that's what I do on this channel. Be sure to subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.